Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Avanish. I'll start my 10-minute session with a small story. 2018, Cantilever Labs, I got a call from one of the colleges in Hyderabad, and their problem statement was very clear. They told me in 2017, Capgemini visited the campus, and they recruited 15 students. Can you bring that number to 30, which was a 100% jump. This was the problem statement that was given to us. Cantilever Labs did a 3 weeks capacity building program. And after 3 weeks, Capgemini visited. Just a coincidence happened that the day the result was supposed to come, I was traveling to Delhi. So while I was on the flight, I received around 15 odd calls from the college head. That, sir, where are you? I said, I'm in Delhi and I'm reaching back Hyderabad on Wednesday morning. So they told me one thing, can you come straight to college? I'll send the car to the airport. I said, very well, no problem. As long as you are sending the car and I don't have to pay for it, I'll come. When I went to the college, there was a function, there was a celebration going on in college. And I thought, looks like 30 people got recruited in Capgemini. The number of people who got recruited were 112, which was around 400% jump. But the celebration was not for that. While we were doing a 3 weeks capacity building program for around 300 students, we identified a group of 20 students whom we thought can go beyond Capgemini, which is a service industry company. They can be ready for product. And we identified few students who can actually go for the moonshot. There was one girl in that group. Her name is Neha Ramya Krishna. She came from the group and she held my hand and she was crying. I thought, God, I thought she's a superstar, but looked like she did not even convert Capgemini. And then she showed me an offer letter. She converted Amazon, which is a 32 lakhs package. And on that day, Neha Ramya told me two things which became the foundation stone of what we are doing at Cantilever Labs. First thing that she told me is, sir, what I'm going to earn in my first year, my father has not earned in his entire life. And second thing that she told me is, if you think this celebration in college is great, you come to my village. My entire village is celebrating, and seeing me, 10 more families will send their girl child for higher education. So anybody and everybody who's sitting in this room, whether you're leading a particular branch, a college, a university, or a startup, what we are doing together is we are building the present and we are building the future. People call it Viksit Bharat, people call it Shikshit Bharat, I call it Bharat, and that is what we are trying to do. I am Avanish, I'm the founder of Cantilever Labs. We started Cantilever Labs in 2018. We are based out of Hyderabad, and what we do is we typically do one thing. We work with colleges, getting their students ready for placements. I lead my personal life and professional life with a single motto: I will under-commit and I will over-deliver. So when we enter your college, instead of you, my focus becomes your students, and that's how we start. What we have done in so far, before starting Cantilever Labs, I used to work in a company where I was the global head. But over and above my work, I was a constant guest lecturer, recruiter, mentor across all IITs, IIMs, ISBs, NITs, and BITS. So I've seen student system from a quite close range since 2009. And 2018, when I resigned and I started Cantilever Labs, since then in last 7 years, we have trained, placed, mentored close to 185,000 students, collaborating with one of the around 175 colleges. Some of the colleges that are collaborated with us, we work with all the IITs, Bombay, Madras, Kharagpur, Kanpur, Roorkee, Hyderabad, BITS. We work with the second rung, which is SRM, MIT Manipal, LPU, Chitkara University, Shivnadar University, GD Goenka, GSET. We primarily come from Hyderabad, so practically any and every college out there, whether it is AP or Telangana, is collaborated with us. What we are trying to do here is, right from a college which everybody in the world knows, to a college which nobody in the world knows, we are working with both of them, because for us, a student is a student. Whether someone needs to be placed in a company which pays 3 crores per annum, or someone who needs to be placed in a company which pays 3 lakhs per annum, both of them are very, very important, and that is what we do. We typically work with colleges, getting their students ready for placements. How colleges typically collaborate: if I have to open the college into 8 semesters, they either call us for 2 semesters in which we create a placement track, or they call us for 4 semesters in which we create a foundation plus placement track, or they call us for 6 semesters in which we create an academics plus foundation plus placement track. And what are we doing in this time? We are getting students ready for coding, aptitude, interview, projects, and emerging area. I genuinely believe that I don't need to go, or my trainers don't need to go and teach theory, because there's a beautiful website called google.com which gives you everything. Everything has to be hands-on, everything has to be pure learning, and it should be visible on the resume and evident when a student gets inside an interview area. So the last two parts, projects and emerging areas, becomes the foundation stone for anything. We are teaching C, you have to do a project. We are teaching C++, you have to do a project. We are teaching AI, you have to do a project. We are teaching cloud computing, you have to do a project. It does two things. It makes your learning solid, and it sits very pretty on your resume, so that when you are going in, imagine a 21-year-old walking for an interview, the entire interview will focus only either on project or internship, and we take care of both of them very, very well. Typically, when colleges are recruiting us, they are recruiting us only for two agenda. Either we increase the quantity of placement or we increase the quality of placements. Some colleges say that we are not getting companies. We will get companies, but can you get our student inside those companies? We say yes, we can do that. Some colleges says we are getting companies, but in higher package my students are not converting very well. They are typically in single digit. Can you make it to double digit? We do that very well also. So we cater to a college like IIT Bombay from last 6 years, and we cater to all the local colleges in AP Telangana also from last 6 years, taking care of their problem statement at every end. How we do it? We try to integrate our program inside your program. We request college that don't give us a slot which is beyond your college, because beyond college there is Amazon, there is Netflix, there is Instagram, and there's everything in the world which is there for me as well. So everything will be integrated inside the campus, inside the college hours, and a student will not get to know whether he or she is taking an academic class or getting ready for a placement class. What we do, the typical assignment, we make sure that every program is a live program. I genuinely believe in the word EdTech. Ed is more important than tech. Education is more important than tech. And I took my entire education when my teacher was standing right in front of me. If he has to praise me, he can praise me right there. If he has to slap me, he can slap me right there. He doesn't need to do anything online. So every single session that we do has to be inside the college, in the classroom, in person. Every single thing is and will be accelerated only by projects, assignments, and a lot of practice that is going on, which after that we bring in exciting competition, we bring industry talks, and now what we are also opening is, we are opening an entire arm in which we are also bringing corporates to colleges. So at one end, we are training your students. On the other end, an arm which we are starting now, we are also trying to bring corporates, so we are getting trained by us, and we are also assisting them in getting some placements. I'll give you one classic example. All the while when we are training in all the colleges, the training starts whenever it has to start, 2 semester, 4 semester, 6 semester, but it will end in 3rd year, 2nd semester. 4th year, 1st semester is when the placement begins. And that's when the slew of companies starts coming in. You will see that Amazon is coming, or Google is coming, or Microsoft is coming, or Accenture is coming. When you needed us the most, we are not there in college, because we have already done the training, and now all the companies are coming and doing. So this is a problem statement that we got, and last 7 years, we have focused a lot on education, and hopefully we will do that for all our life. But in last 2 years, we started specially focusing on this aspect, and I'm going to just show you a small example via my presentation, what we are building here. For example, in your campus, Amazon is coming. I'm just trying to create a case study here. The student needs to create a resume which should fit Amazon requirements. Student needs to create a mock test which should, so that he or she is ready and will be able to clear Amazon. And third, student needs to clear Amazon interview. So we tell our students, before studying for Amazon, you study Amazon. And most importantly, talk to the recruiter in which the language they understand. So we built one interesting tool which we call Fulcrum, which basically helps you build an Amazon specific resume, creates Amazon specific mock test for you, and gives you Amazon specific interviews. Now tomorrow, after a week's time, if instead of Amazon, Microsoft is coming, the entire track will change. The resume will be as per Microsoft, the test will be company specific test for Microsoft, and the interview will be exactly the interview that Microsoft expects. You change it to Google, it will become Google. You change it to Accenture, it will become Accenture. It is agnostic to company. I told my team, I don't need a content team, I need a super duper tech, whether it is finance, consulting, analytics, data science, AI, ML, software development, whatever it is, I just need to punch in the name of the company and my entire tech will be ready. And this is what we are delivering in colleges. I'll give you one classic example of how exactly do we deliver. With one small case study, 3 college students are sitting for a job interview, and the question that was asked to them is, what is 2 plus 2? College A student fills the whiteboard with a proof and says a unique solution exists. College B students does the calculation, graphs the result, and says 3, but to be safe will make it 5. Now what does a Cantilever lab student says? A Cantilever lab student locks the door, closes the curtains, and asks, how much do you want it to be? Now all of us know that's not the right answer. All of us know the answer is 4, but for some reason we like this answer. Because I genuinely believe a lot of time, interview is not only about giving the right answer, interview is also about giving a confident answer. And that is what we try to instill in our students by solid learning, great projects, great interview skills, perfect resume, and then you are ready, because I genuinely believe that the game is not about possibility, the game is about probability. This one slide I copied from another startup's presentation that I saw in the last ObserveNow event, and I was really amazed to see the slide. This slide their slide said, we are first in the world and we are India's #1. This was their slide. I've just made some modification. We are not the first in the world. There were 5 companies before us, and I'm sure there will be 5 companies after us also. And we are not India's #1 because we don't want to be India's #1. We want to be your #1. And with that, I genuinely believe that sales can go up and down, but services stay forever. I'm right here with my entire team, and I have a simple ask for you after this presentation. Allow me for a garam chai ki pyali in your office at your college. Thank you so much. It was lovely talking to you guys. Thank you so much.